What's going on, Kaijus? It's your boy Goji from Gojira's here, and today we're going to be taking a look specifically at the two new Planeswalker decks for Dominaria. So the first Planeswalker deck we're going to be looking at today is Teferi's. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Teferi is back, but with a new twist. He is in white and blue. Teferi being normally a just mono blue card, so it's interesting to see him with another color. But let's go ahead and dive right on into the other cards in the Planeswalker deck. One of the first cards revealed is Temporal Machinations, which is a 3-mana sorcery, 2 and a blue. And this is a sorcery that says, return target creature to its owner's hand. If you control an artifact, draw a card. Not too bad. Pretty decent sorcery. I kind of like it. Bounce something back. If you control the artifact, you draw a card. Not too bad. Kind of like where that's going. The next card, Teferi's Sentinel, is a 2/6 golem creature for 5. As long as you control a Teferi Planeswalker, Teferi's Sentinel gets +4/+0. So, this is the theme that Wizards is going with their Planeswalker decks now. They always have a creature that says, if you control a Teferi Planeswalker, control insert Planeswalker name here, this creature gets a buff, or this creature does this. I'm not a huge fan of the theme, honestly. It's a little weird, little different. I personally am just not a huge fan on this. The next card is Niami, Faithful Healer. It is a 3-mana legendary creature, human cleric. She is 1, a white and a blue. When Niami Faithful Healer enters the battlefield, you may search your library and or graveyard for a card named Teferi Timebender. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. So, she's interesting. She, of course, with that same theme, they also always have a card that's like the legendary, or it's in the rare slot, I should say, that tutors for the Planeswalker. So this is like, you can't use this outside of the pre-constructed deck, really. It just won't work the same. It's not really that great in standard, like constructed standard. But with Brawl coming out, who knows how this is going to do. But, it's a 2/2. It's a bear. It's not a 2/2 for 2. It's a 2/2 for 3. So that extra mana just helps you tutor for Teferi. So let's go ahead and look at this bad boy. Teferi Timebender is a 6-mana Planeswalker for a white and a blue. His +2 ability is to untap up to 1 target artifact or creature. That's not bad. I like to see that. Obviously, you might want to do his +2 post-combat main phase. So if you attack with a creature, you basically get to untap it as a blocker. It's not too bad. I kind of like that idea. -3 ability to gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. Also not too bad of an ability. Just gaining 2 life is pretty insane. And to draw 2 cards as well, for -3 is not too bad either. His ultimate ability is -9, and you take an extra turn after this one. So, I'm noticing a thing now. And it's that the new Planeswalker deck cards are getting simpler. Jace's from, like, the Jason Vraska, or Jason Huatley, I mean. That Jace Planeswalker is pretty simple in its text. So not a lot of text in these new Planeswalker deck cards, and you'll see what I mean next Planeswalker deck as well. So that was Teferi's Planeswalker deck. Not too bad. A little, I can already see what it's trying to go for. The white is usually like life gain and stuff like that. And the blue is just a straight up card advantage. So let's go ahead and go to Chandra's Planeswalker deck. Yes, another Chandra Planeswalker deck. But let's go ahead and look at some of the cards. One of the first cards is Pyromantic Pilgrim. Is a 3-mana human wizard creature It's 2 and a red for a 3/1 with haste. Pretty simple. Aggressive, red, but 3 mana for a 3/1 with haste, not too bad. I think in Dominaria they're already reprinting, not reprinting, they are printing a card that's much better than this at a common slot. So I don't understand why they're not using that one, but we'll just go with this one. This isn't okay. 3/1 haste, especially if you're just playing against if you're dueling with these Planeswalker decks, which can be some fun gameplay. The next card is Karplusan Hound. It's a 4 mana hound creature, 3 and red. The text reads, whenever a Karplusan Hound attacks, if you control a Chandra Planeswalker, this creature deals 2 damage to any target. So you're noticing the theme now. Is that this creature is that uncommon creature that says if you control if you control insert name Planeswalker, this creature does this. In this case, whenever it attacks, it deals 2 damage to any target. This can be your enemy's Planeswalker, this could be the opponent itself, and this could be one of their creatures. 2 damage to any target, not too bad. The next card is the rare Chandra's Outburst. 3 and 2 red for a sorcery. Chandra's Outburst deals 4 damage to target player or Planeswalker. Search your library and or graveyard for a card named Chandra Bold Pyromancer. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. So again, this is the rare card that tutors your Planeswalker. I honestly like this one a little bit more just because it's just a straight burn spell. That's all about Chandra. So it's in flavor. And plus, for her card, she's a 6 mana Planeswalker, just like Teferi is. But Teferi's tutor card is 3 mana. So you'll have it in your hand, but you won't be able to play it for the next 3 turns. So it's a little bit of a letdown. You have it in your hand, I got it. Oh, I got it. But you can't do anything with it until you get to your turn 6. And that's if you get that card out, so it's a little weird, but if you get this 5 mana one, you can tutor up Chandra from the graveyard or the library, and next turn, hopefully you can play her. So let's go ahead and look at Chandra, shall we? The next card is Chandra Bold Pyromancer, a 6 mana Planeswalker. 4 and 2 red. Her +1 ability reads, you add 2 red to the mana pool. Chandra Bold Pyromancer deals 2 damage to target player. That's a lot of stuff for a +1 ability. You get 2 red mana, and it also deals 2 damage to target player. Not bad +1. If you want to do that hard grind, it'll kill your opponent in 10 turns or less. So that's pretty good. The -3 ability, Chandra Bold Pyromancer deals 3 damage to target creature or Planeswalker. This Chandra is probably going to be really good against the other Planeswalker deck, against Teferi. Her -3 will definitely start hurting Teferi, or it can lightning bolt a creature. That's not so bad. Her ultimate ability, -7. Chandra Bold Pyromancer deals 10 damage to target player and each creature and Planeswalker they control. Well, that's, like Chandra. Deals a bunch of damage to everything. That's like her. If you do those +1s and get to that -7, so let's just say you do the 2 +1s and you get to that -7, and that's it with Chandra. You have done 14 damage to your opponent. That is pretty ridiculous. That is not bad at all. But for 6 mana, yeah, this is not going to be in standard by any means. But it could be in Brawl. It could be in a lot of other things. So I see potential with this Chandra deck. So overall, Planeswalker decks, a little bit disappointed. There's nothing too refreshing and new about them. It's classic Chandra. Teferi's new, but nothing too exciting except for taking an extra turn, which is pretty nice. But if I have to rate one deck over the other, it'll have to be Chandra's, because also she's in red and green. That's pretty interesting. As you can see, they also spoiled that there's going to be a Timber Gorge in the box. So, I don't know what other creatures we're going to be getting. Some green spells, that'll be interesting. Chandra in a red-green deck, that's all about the aggro, all about the aggressiveness. And Teferi's deck, maybe a little bit on the card advantage side. Maybe a tempo deck. Maybe Teferi's going white, blue, tempo. But who knows? Obviously, in my opinion, Chandra is going to be the champion. So that is all the time I have for this video. If you liked the video, go ahead and like the video. Also, comment to see what kind of video you would like to see next. Crush that subscribe button if you want to become a Kaiju today. Other than that, I will catch you on the flip side, Kaijus.